This reaction is brought to you by my copious amounts of $5 or more patrons at patreon.com/AlexHeitz. I'd like to thank Steve Aldersley, Andreas Glaisel, Ray Schuster, Andrew Graff, at HawkGirlVideo69 on Twitter, Andrew Corbin, Ben Loden, Brady Michael, Dan Navarro, Ed Summers, Identitech, Kurt David, Mark Ventura, Matthew McLaughlin, M. DeBelly, Music Addict, Richard, Will E., B. Jabber, David Mannion, James Hanley, Livitz, and Sam Gavshak for sponsoring this video, supporting me, my family, the channel. I appreciate it immensely, and I hope you all enjoy this video. Welcome back, everyone. Good to see ya. Hope you're all doing well. Hope the new year is treating you nice and right. We are back with more R.E.M. More of that deep sleep with rapid eye movement. Yeah, so I have not had a chance to record new follow-ups yet. So I have not followed up on Fables or Life's Rich Pageant yet, so I'm not really going to comment on those because I haven't had time to record them yet. I will say, I think I said that about Fables, that's right. So I will say Life's Rich Pageant, just briefly talking about it, I think it's more straightforwardly solid than Reckoning or Fables to me. I don't know if it's like my favorite below Murmur yet. It's kind of remains to be seen. I'm sort of struggling to kind of figure out how I feel about the albums 2 through 4 from R.E.M. so far. In the shadow of Murmur, I don't know why my brain is just having a hard time figuring it out. But we are continuing forward with the 5th album today. For those who don't know, I do unedited reactions of these albums at my Patreon, patreon.com/AlexHeitz, for $5 a month. It might be changing down to $1 pretty soon, depending on life stuff. But for Kurt, right now, $5 a month, you can get access to unedited reactions from Modest Mouse going forward. That is April of 2021 that I started doing the unedited reactions. And there is currently over 50 reactions, about 52, 53, that you can get access to for $5 a month. Or you can jump in at the $1 level, get access to voting in polls that we do every 2 to 4 albums, breaks up the monotony of artist binges, and lets you guys choose from 4 miscellaneous albums that are just kind of one-offs that we can do. So if you want to support the channel, that's a place to do it. Also, got to mention NordVPN, link in the description for that. Fantastic VPN service, great speeds, some of the best prices on the market. I've been using them for years, and they reached out, wanted to know if I wanted to be an affiliate, and I'm like, of course. So, if you need a good VPN, link in the description, get a nice discount, awesome prices, great speeds, love Nord, thank you. Document. Document? What is a document? Is it a type of mint? No one knows for sure. So this is a year after Life's Rich Pageant, which came out in July of '86. They released a compilation, Dead Letter Office, which I did a poll, and you guys said I should not listen to. My hair is thinning. I'm getting old. And I was like, okay, fine. But they released that comp in April of '87. And it looks like it has a handful of Velvet Underground covers on it, which is interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out on my own time. Who knows? Kind of interested in that. But then in September, they released Document. First album to be produced by Scott Litt. Is he the one who goes on to do like everything afterward? I don't know. Tell me. Let me know in the comments because I'm not going to look into it. So kind of continuing in the vein of Life's Rich Pageant, this kind of goes for a more straightforward, clear rock sound. And this has, you know, some obvious hits on it. It's The End of the World as We Know It and The One I Love. And this is probably getting into the R.E.M. that I'm most used to from growing up. Because growing up, I always thought of R.E.M. as like, okay, there's Losing My Religion, which I haven't actually heard in full, I'll be honest. Orange Crush, The One I Love. Those are probably the two that always, like, when I thought of R.E.M. were the songs I thought of. And occasionally I thought of Stand, which honestly, Stand is a bop, is it not? Which I remember listening to Murmur and thinking, like, this is the same band that made Stand? What the hell? Oh, man. But We have 11 tracks, 39 minutes long. First 6 tracks are Page. Last 5 tracks are Leaf. People mentioned that, like, if I don't like political songs, I'm not going to like Document, which I want to kind of clear up here. It's not that I don't like political songs. It's that the political aspect doesn't add anything for me. And it doesn't matter what politics you have in the song. If it's something I agree with or don't agree with, I don't think it adds that much to a song. And I don't even like political art in general. Like any political movie, TV show, song, book, like if it's fiction or just kind of non-fiction art, or not non-fiction art, the political aspect just kind of distracts for me. Like maybe like here and there, you know, certain characters feel certain ways in a story or something, but I don't know, especially in music, I just feel like it always detracts from a song in some ways. I personally don't mind. I don't really care. And honestly, the politics that R.E.M is talking about, the 80s politics, I'm not familiar with. So I don't have any frame of reference about what they're talking about. I just care about the music and, you know, the melodies, the production, that kind of stuff. So I don't think I have anything else to add here. I think we're just going to go ahead and begin. Not with Begin the Begin. That was the last album. We're going to start with Finest Worksong. Here we go. Not bad. It's not bad. I like it. So it's more, obviously way more straightforward than anything they were doing on like the first couple to Murmur and Fables. It's way more direct, but I feel like the phrasing is better here. That was kind of my problem with like Reckoning, and especially some songs on Fables. The phrasing just wasn't very dynamic. The melodies felt kind of uninspired here and there. That was happening less on Life's Rich Pageant, which I appreciated. But there's some tracks on Fables where I'm like, they're kind of sleepers a little bit. I shouldn't say a sleeper. More, I don't want to say dud either, but like this I like the energy, almost like in the funk bass from Mike Mills, The Secret Sauce. Yeah, strong, solid stuff right out of the gate. I dig it. Let us continue with Welcome to the Occupation. No, I don't want to. That was probably about politics, right? I wasn't alive in 87. In 87, I was -5 years old. So, I wasn't politically active at the time. Speaking of politically active, well, actually, not going to go to the next track yet. That was okay. That kind of reminded me of... They've done tracks like that on some previous albums, a little more slow and plodding. That's kind of more the same of what I've been used to the last few albums. Very similar melody line that he's pulled from on previous stuff, even like Fall on Me, the verses of Fall on Me. Pulling from a lot of the same pages. But not bad. Not bad. I'm not going to knock it or anything like that. Still like Finest Worksong more. Exhuming McCarthy. Let's go. Ooh, that was a bop. I have a few things to say. First off, I like. I mean, granted, I really enjoyed Stipe's vocal delivery on a lot of Murmur, and a good amount of Reckoning and Fables as well. But there is something to be said for his more like clear, direct approach, especially on these more like alt rocky direct songs. It's different. Is it as good? I don't know. Kind of apples and oranges a little bit, but I admire his more blunt approach to singing. I think part of the problem that I was having with some of the previous albums was the production. Like some of the things I loved about Murmur were just some of the things that were absent on the albums after. Was really interesting production choices. Like you listen to a song like Pilgrimage or Laughing, and granted some of the chord work is really unique, but some of the production choices were like genius. Like you listen to the chorus of Pilgrimage, and it's super simple composition wise, but the way it's produced gives it that like jangly post-punk vibe that's so like addictive and infectious, and that was kind of missing after Murmur, and it's sort of back here. Like there were like the Finest Worksong, the bass was very prominent and interesting, and here you had like I was thinking of Seven Chinese Brothers that has the like ding 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 that hits, just interesting instrument choices like that, production choices. And it seems like it's sort of back here with Scott Litt, which I did look up. He is the producer for the rest of the albums I'll be listening to. It's just curious that, who is it? Don Dixon and someone else, Mitch Easter, produced Reckoning as well, right? Did they also do Fables? I don't know. But it's like it was kind of gone on Reckoning. So, and I don't know why that is, but it feels like the cool stuff that like Mike Mills and even Bill Berry was bringing to the table on Murmur is sort of back here, even though even though the songs are simpler. So this might end up, if it continues this way, this might end up being my second favorite, just above Life's Rich Pageant, possibly. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's keep going. Disturbance at the Heron House. Okay. That was fine. A little plotting. Another one of those R.E.M. tracks that just kind of repeats itself and loops around. Interesting guitar playing, though. Didn't mind that. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It's kind of one of those album tracks that sort of keeps you transitioning into other moods, I think. So, Strange.
Going on tonight. There's something going on that's not quite right. Going on that wasn't here before. Keep your eyes glued to the floor. Michael's nervous and the lights are bright. There's something going on. No one's gonna say goodnight. There's something going on that's not.
Kind of like that one, actually. I don't know. I'm getting this weird like nostalgia with music like this. It just takes me right back to like the 90s. Granted, this is 87, but like this is obviously was probably listened to by people in the 90s, and it was informing a lot of 90s alt rock as well. I don't know. I have a soft spot for like kind of like with Superman on the last album. I have a soft spot for that kind of like cheery, happy-go-lucky kind of alt rock from late 80s into the 90s. I don't know. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. I haven't actually heard this whole track, so let's have some fun.
That's great, it starts with an earth. A string, the ladder starts to clatter with fear. Fight down, high wire, and a fire represented 7 games in the government for world as we know it. It's the end of the world. Fine. 6 o'clock, TV hour, don't get caught. Solutions offer me alternatives, and I decline. It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world as we know it. Fresh snap, Lenny Bruce and Lester Banks, birthday party, cheesecake, jelly bean, boom, you symbiotic, patriotic slam. It's the end of the world as we know it, as we know it, and I feel fine. As we know it, and I feel fine.
What a great track. I was thinking about it, and like as far as like making a splash, I mean, obviously the one I love might be a bit more prominent. It's hard to say. But I feel like It's the End of the World as We Know It might be like one of their first really big influential songs. Because granted, Radio Free Europe, fantastic, jangly post-punk single. South Central Rain, same kind of deal. Fall on Me is very strong. But like I listen to It's the End of the World as We Know It, and I get like flashbacks to all of these like weaker one-hit wonder alt rock singles like Closing Time, all of those from the 90s, and I'm like, this was the blueprint for that. And I was talking a bit about that with like Superman and was it Strange, the track before, but like you hear It's the End of the World for 1987, and you're like, dude, that was the 90s, like 90s alt rock. You kidding me? At least in that more, what would you call it, poppier alt rock vein, I guess. But yeah, really strong track, very different departure for R.E.M. as well. Good, solid stuff. All right, we flipped the vinyl. We are on Leaf, the one I love. Let's go. I also haven't listened to this one all the way through.
Goes out to the one I love, to the one I've left behind. A simple one goes out to the one I love.
Very solid. I mean, in a way, I like It's the End of the World more, but um, nice kind of, minor key sort of track that pulls a lot of the strengths that they've kind of exhibited before into a single song, with the occasional, like major chord in there to brighten it up. Just solid. And also, like, with the single having a live version of Maps and Legends as the B-side, that's like a perfect complement to the song, I feel. Cool. All right. Now we're getting into stuff that's a little more unknown here. We're out of the things I'm familiar with. Fireplace. They had someone playing saxophone. Steve Berlin. I mean, a kind of strange, but like, I don't know. There was something kind of compelling about it. That's definitely a B-side kind of track, I would say. I didn't mind it. I could kind of take it or leave it though. 3 tracks left. Lightnin Hopkins. This is either going to be bad or okay. Oh no. Well, I mean, I don't know. Was it something? I think it was something. I would say, so like, oh no, what do I do? Some of the instrumentation was interesting, but what was Stipe doing? What was he doing with that vocal delivery? Can anyone tell me? I'm at a loss. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. Lightnin Hopkins is in the past. All right, we have 2 tracks left. King of Birds.
Sketch of jeweler's stone. A mean idea leaves me cold. A mean idea. Million birds fly. Point observation. Children carry reservation.
I was not anticipating a raga song right at the end of the album. What was it that was on was it Life's Rich Pageant or like Fables or something that had like just a random weird genre track? It wasn't Rockville or something. I can't remember what it is. I kind of like that one actually. That was it like the chorus climax or just like that really nice swelling, sort of maybe in the middle, was really pleasant. And then like you have the raga mode, kind of like heptatonic sort of scale in there. Not bad. Not bad. We have one track left, 5 minutes. Oddfellows Local 151. Let's close this out. So I would say that was an interesting track to listen to, and I probably won't ever go back to it. Interesting guitar, interesting mood, but like, I don't know, it was just maybe too long. Didn't do a whole lot, I guess. Okay, that's it. We did Document. Overall, it's pretty good. I was anticipating liking this one maybe a bit less than Life's Rich Pageant, to be honest. But like, I think the production, it kind of shines a little bit more here than it does on Life's Rich Pageant. There's also some nice variety, some weird oddballs in the last half, but like Finest Worksong is great. Welcome to the Occupation, Exhuming McCarthy had some cool moments. Disturbance at the Heron house, Strange is cool. It's the End of the World as we know it, and the one I love, obviously, are the highlights. Fireplace is interesting. Lightnin Hopkins, probably the worst track here. King of Birds had cool moments, and then this one was just kind of a outro. So while I don't think it's as consistent as Life's Rich Pageant, but it seems to have cooler things going on here. It's more interesting to listen to, and while it's still as direct as Life's Rich Pageant, so that's cool. Okay, I'm on board with this. I think it'll be interesting to see where this goes, going into Green, because I know Green is a little bit more psyche. Obviously, you have Orange Crush on there, and then after Green, we're gonna be jumping 4 years to Automatic for the People. Which will be interesting. And I'm looking forward to that one the most. I think I might really vibe with Automatic. But Document, pretty good. Pretty good. It might be my second favorite after Murmur. Maybe. I don't know. There's strengths and weaknesses to all these albums after Murmur. For different reasons. Production, tone, style, all that kind of stuff. And just overall quality as well. But Document, done. It's all finished. We did it. Hooray. Okay, that's all. That's all I got. Oh, man. That was good. That was good. I had a nice time. Nice to be recording an album reaction again. Things to plug. Of course, we got the Patreon yet again. Patreon.com/AlexHeitz. $5 a month, unedited reactions, $1 a month access to voting in polls. You know, all the stuff. Would love for you guys to head over there, hop in at the $1 level. And I think do we have a poll album coming up? No. We have to do Green next, and then we will do another poll album. But it will be coming up. So if you want to support the channel and be able to vote in that poll, and usually only about half my patrons vote in the polls. And there's only 30 patrons, give or take, usually. And so that's only 15 votes of people picking these albums for me. So get in there, make your voice heard. Also got the Discord, link in the description for that. Got about 175 members over there or so. Music discussions, recommendations, topster charts, memes, all that stuff. Hopefully with me kind of toning down on the YouTube output going forward, I'll be able to be a little bit more present on the Discord, because when I'm just putting all of my effort into doing these daily uploads and stuff, it's just like I'm too burnt out to go like hang out on the Discord. Ironically, when I was working my 40-hour a week job, I was hanging out on the Discord more, so hopefully that'll happen. And this next poll album that we're doing, I think is chosen by the Discord people. I could be wrong, but anyway, head on over there if you want to join the community of people who like to watch me listen to things. Anyway, that's all I got, everyone. Like I said, I hope you're all doing well. Hope the new year is treating you nice and good and fresh and juicy. I don't really have anything else to add. This video is probably coming out the day after I did the Tears for Fears live album reaction. So if you missed that, go check it out in the live streams. And that's all I got. Yeah, I'm going to head out now. Thank you all so much for watching. Highly appreciated. And until next time, Godspeed.